Hey Sneak Peekers, my name is Hunter Gasaway, and this past week I had the honor of attending Fantastic Fest right here in Austin, Texas, which was a total blast. I got to eat good food, meet cool people, hang out with fellow critics, and enjoy 15 different movies all at the Alamo Drafthouse on South Lamar. This year's festival certainly had a fair share of problems due to the Texas heat and glitchy new ticketing system, but today I want to focus on the positives, and I'm going to do that by counting down my top 5 favorite films of Fantastic Fest 2023. Coming in at number 5, I'm going with Tiger Stripes. Tiger Stripes is a Malaysian female coming-of-age story with a twist, directed by Amanda Nell Oo. The twist that being, a young girl starts to experience puberty for the first time as she's also slowly turning into a tiger monster. What really worked about Tiger Stripes is the authenticity on display here, from the writing and directing by Oo to the performances from the talented young cast, especially Jafreen Zahari as our lead. She is charismatic and charming, and then you are immediately rooting for her. As a creature feature, it is sadly limited by its budget, but the story is still a ton of fun and really soars in the second act as things start to unfold. Overall, it's a fun coming-of-age story, and I recommend anyone into genre looking to check it out. At number 4, I'm going to go with Saw X. Now, I'm as surprised as anyone to be putting Saw X here on this list, as I've never been a huge fan of this franchise, but this newest entry really impressed me. The traps were great, the style and tone on brand, and the dark humor was used perfectly. What really sells this newest film, though, is the return of Tobin Bell as John Kramer. His performance is legitimately great, and he sells all the aspects of the Jigsaw character. At one point, you even start to root for this homicidal maniac because of the things his character has been through and how evil the people are that he is torturing. For fans of the franchise, this is a must-watch with great connections to the other films. But even for general fans of horror who might have been colder on recent entries, I think this one deserves a second look. Number 3, I'm going to go with Wake Up, directed by RKSS, a trio of directors out of Canada. Now, this film is not for the faint of heart, as I can only describe it as the Home Depot scene from The Equalizer, but if Denzel's character was an insane person and it lasted for around 100 minutes. If that sounds awesome to you, though, this is the movie for you. The general plot revolves around a group of Gen Z activists trying to make a statement against deforestation at an IKEA, but things go terribly wrong. They end up creating more of a mess than intended, leading to an mentally unstable security guard hunting them down. This movie is fun, it's bloody, it's light on its feet without ever belittling the Gen Z characters and turning them into stereotypes. Of all the films I saw this past week, this one delivered the most on the insane stuff sold to me at Fantastic Fest. Number 2, I'm going to go with Emerald Fennell's Saltburn. Definitely the highest profile movie on display, or at least the most prestigious, whatever that means. This was also a secret screening, which means I didn't know what film I was watching until right before it started. In the case of this movie, that intentional surprise might have worked against it, as I was very prepared for something that wasn't Saltburn. All that said, the film is stunning, has some of the best cinematography I've ever seen, and is easily the front runner in my mind for this year's cinematography Oscar. With the visuals being as stunning as they are, what is equally impressive are the performances on display here. Jacob Elordi is great, but Barry Keogh demands the screen. He is captivating, complex, and really proving to be one of our generation's best actors. And while we're talking about performances, I must mention how absolutely delightful Richard E. Grant and Rosamund Pike are in supporting roles. So funny and so sharp. While I don't know if the ending completely worked, this was a film I couldn't stop thinking about and one I can't wait to discuss with more people. Finally, my number 1 film of Fantastic Fest 2023 was Your Lucky Day by director Dan Brown. Wow is all I have to say. What a powerful dissection of wealth in America and the lengths people are willing to go to achieve it. What makes this film all the stronger is we almost never leave the central location of the gas station in which the inciting incident takes place. The performances are great all around, but I want to highlight the late Angus Cloud, who is powerful and layered in one of his final film roles. He shines so bright. I also want to highlight Jessica Garza, who I was unfamiliar with, but is so commanding and strong in her performance. I respect how the film doesn't shy away from how dark the situation gets and the lengths people will go to achieve the American dream, as messed up as that is. It's a powerful film that's still tense and enjoyable to watch. I highly recommend it to all. And that's it for Fantastic Fest 2023. I had a wonderful time. I hope you check out some of these films and let me know what you think. And now back to the host.